With the release of World Part 2 and the most recent Relics update, we've seen another wave of new players jumping into No Man's Sky. I've been playing my current save for around 100 hours now, and I've been enjoying all the different things you can do in the game. Be collecting ships, building my freighter, expanding my fleet, setting up farms for crafting or cooking, or finding all sorts of different methods to earn units and nanites. In this video I want to share a few of the things I like to do to make units and nanites early on in the game when starting a fresh save in No Man's Sky. Scanning is obvious, as the game does make you do it after a little while. You can add the analysis visor to your multi-tool right away after you spawned into your world and start scanning. Scanning every fauna, flora, mineral you come across will earn you some units right away. And while the amount is small in the beginning, scanning in general becomes one of the easiest and most consistent ways you make a lot of units with as you progress through the game. Also, before you have any weapons, your mining beam does enough damage to take out fauna, which will result in you getting their meat. While it only sells for a little, it adds up quickly if you do it along the way. As a side note, if you manage to scan all the fauna on a planet, you can collect a nanite bonus. In this clip you can see me receiving 2000 nanites from scanning 7 different fauna. The more fauna a planet has, the bigger the bonus. Your starting planet might be different, and sometimes not all fauna are easy to find, but it is something worth keeping in mind as you explore new planets during your playthrough. Once you take your first flight into space, you receive a new signal location and unlock the terrain manipulator. There are a few things you can start digging up now to earn units. Depending on your starting planet, however, you may find more or fewer of those resources mentioned here. You might come across subterranean relics, usually found inside caves. Each one is worth a decent amount of units, and they're well worth picking up if you see them along the way. You might also find buried technology modules, and when you dig these up, you will get between 1 and 4 salvage data per module. In general, you want to hold on to them though, as they are used to unlock construction blueprints, but early in the game, selling a few can be a quick way to make some units, since each salvage data is worth around 50,000 units. As a side note, salvage data can also be refined into 15 nanites each, though I wouldn't recommend that. Keep an eye out for salvageable containers. These are buried and usually surrounded by 1 or more protective casings. Use the terrain manipulator to fully uncover the object first to see its complete size. Then, using your mining beam or weapon, destroy all the casings before breaking open the container itself and grab the item inside. The more casings a container has, the more valuable the item usually is. Sometimes it's worth tens of thousands, a couple of 100,000, or even a couple of million units. While breaking the casing, sentinels will spawn and may take a few pot shots at you, though you can usually ignore them and just grab the loot. While not directly tied to the terrain manipulator, some planets may also have sentient plants, which can drop gravitino balls or albumin pearls. In my case, my starting planet only had a sentient plant with gravitino balls, but here's a clip from my main save showing the ones that contain albumin pearls. When you collect these, sentinels will spawn nearby and start attacking. Especially early game, it is best to avoid combat with sentinels, so just run around collecting as much as you can before running away. Sentinels will eventually give up, and you see a countdown timer in the top right corner of your screen telling you when that will. Albumin pearls are worth about 10,500 units, while gravitino balls go for around 40,000 units. There's many more items you can find on a planet, such as sac venom, whispering eggs, organic rock, floating crystals, storm crystals, and many more, some worth more than others. I only covered a few, but keep an eye out for anything on your visor and check it out. On your first visit to the space station, you can sell your items at a terminal. While on the space station, there are a few things you can do. These won't directly earn your units or nanites, but I think they're still very useful. Check the guild envoy in the space station. If you're able to donate 3 requested items, you unlock the initiate reward. You might not be able to have the items right now depending on the guild vendor you get. However, as you can see here, I was able to hunt in 3 salvage data to be able to get some Starship launch fuel for free. When picking up your exosuit upgrade, ensure you unlock 1 of the supercharged slots first, if you have not unlocked them already. The supercharged slot increases the effectiveness of a technology or upgrade module placed in it by a significant amount. Supercharged slots are always in the same location, either the 5th slot from the left in the first row, the 9th slot from the left in the second row, or the 3rd slot from the left in the 3rd row. If you don't have many nanites yet, open your discovery menu and use the upload all option. This will give you some nanites for uploading your discoveries. You should be able to get enough to purchase a C-class module. Check the technology merchant for scanner module. A basic C-class module should cost less than 80 nanites. If you have more nanites and the vendor also sells a B, A, or even an S-class scanner module, then buy the highest ones you can afford. As you can see here, even when using a C-class scanner module, earnings increased already by a significant amount. Fauna will always result in more units than flora or minerals. I usually try to prioritize scanner modules with high fauna percentage bonus whenever possible. After your space station visit, you're asked to check your base computer, which will give you a location to a crashed freighter where you will receive the blueprints to a hyperdrive. At this stage, the game wants you to obtain 5 microprocessors. However, before you leave, there are 5 cargo drops at the crash site you should check out first. Using your mining beam and terrain manipulator, you can reach each of the pods to get a random item or nanites. Items can be anything from a useless item to a valuable freighter component, crafting component, resources, or other. Watch out for the radiation after opening a cargo pod, which will damage you, but you can avoid any damage by walking away quickly from the open pod. The radiation will eventually subside. Your quest for the hyperdrive will eventually lead you to an abandoned building to obtain the antimatter blueprint from. While the mission only wants you to enter the building to interact with the terminal, you should have a look around the building first, where you will notice several nests of whispering eggs. Each nest has several eggs. Each egg can be opened with a mining beam and contain a lava core. You will have to pick the lava core up quickly though, as it can despawn rather fast. Now before you start collecting the lava cores though, call your starship and make a restore point by entering and exiting your ship. If you are new to No Man's Sky, you might need a few tries before successfully doing the next part, so having a reloadable restore point will be handy. As soon as the first egg is destroyed, several biological horrors appear and will attack you. At the beginning, when you have little to no shields, they will hit you pretty hard and potentially kill you rather quickly. However, they can easily be avoided by always moving. Keep strafing around each nest, shooting your mining beam, holding down your collect button continuously, E on PC, to quickly collect the lava core. After each nest, sprint to the next nest, shift on PC, rinse and repeat. As you can see here, I managed to pick up 15 lava cores, each worth close to 70,000 units. Not only are lava cores worth a good amount of units though, they also can be refined into 50 nanites each. If you have not yet found a lot of nanites, this is a great opportunity to turn those lava cores into nanites, giving you enough to buy an S-class scanner module as soon as possible, increasing your income from scanning even more. There are many fun ways earning nanites in units early game, and in this video I only covered a fraction of those. Feel free to share your favorite ways in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found something useful in this video. If you did, subscribe, share, and all the good stuff, and I see you guys in the next one. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.